TSA iWowWe Tribe is in the house. Wow, we have wrapped up week 3 for, from our formation point with about 64 people in the organization. Now that's a little give or take because like Bill Starkey said the other day, there has been some matrix hiccups and we were involved with some of that. And so we've had a little anomaly stuff going on. It's nothing serious and nothing to worry over. Doesn't stress us out, and so, it's not something you should worry about. In fact, if you came on like week 2 or even week 3, then it doesn't affect you at all, so there's no reason to even consider it. But really, it affected people that came even before us. We caught the tail end of it. So, no big deal. We are rocking hard. This enters week 4, and this Friday wraps up week 4. And so what does that mean? That means that this is the week to bust tail. This is the week that we've all got to run hard if we're going to hit goals for 30-day runs. Now, you might not be on your 30-day run depending on when you came in, depending on what your start dates are, that kind of stuff, but you definitely should have goals related to timeline. You definitely should have goals oriented on where you want to be with sponsoring and recruiting based on X number of days. And so for a lot of us, we are coming up on week 4. And so at this point, most of us want to be hitting 10, and there's several people that are getting pretty close. Again, Beth Hewitt out being a rock star. You got Teresa Key. You got Paul Ramers. You got Leslie Federici. We got quite a few other individuals with even less than those 4, and that still have a decent sized sponsoring rate and have done really, really well. I'm so proud of the team. That comes back to another thing. As you sponsor people, go ahead and bring me up to date on where you're at your counts. I can't actually tell who your personals are in your downline if somebody above you might have placed them. And because I can't tell who your personals are, I don't have a way to keep track. So the only way I'm going to be able to give you a shout out is if you tell me that you've been rocking it. Okay? Now, speaking of telling me, there's a lot of people in the community that I haven't really had a chance to talk with and get to know. And there's quite a few people in the community that, we haven't heard a lot from. And there's some people in the community that, we've heard from that really don't appear to be getting the results they may want. And so what we want to do is Dave and Dawn and Gavin and I, over this next week, 2 weeks, it's kind of 2 weeks at least, I'm going to be in and out due to 2 major conferences. But we want to focus on getting an appointment block with you guys to ensure that we can get, 30 to 60 minutes, depending on, what's needed. We'll schedule it. I'm going to include some links with this video, and those links will be our calendars, and you can go out there and you can pick a time block with any of us that works best for you. Pick one block for now and go ahead and get it on the calendar to meet with us so that we can find out where you're at, what you're working on, maybe help you troubleshoot stuff, maybe help answer questions. You're going to get a little one-on-one time from us. And I think that that's really important to helping you get strong results and to help, everybody get on the same page, because I know at the moment that a lot of the training resources are still a little scattered. We don't quite have all the infrastructure in place that we really want. And so a lot of that's coming. But in the meantime, I'm going to send the links along with this. They'll either be in the video or they'll be on the web, in the training center page or somewhere. They'll be with the video. And, be sure you look at those links, get out there and get something on the calendar for when you can meet. Keep your appointment on Skype. Preferably have a headset available so that you can talk with us, so we can find out where you're at and where we might be able to assist you in getting some better results. When it comes to assistance, be aware that also that if you have somebody that's qualified, somebody that's been exposed to the opportunity, somebody that maybe probably has attended one of the webinars, that possibly has also looked at the free tools, has logged in and looked at the free tools, and they're still kind of dragging their feet, that individual is qualified. If they're yes but no, but yes but no, and they've got objection kind of stuff going on, but it's not that they're just stalling on you, then if they're qualified, then get a hold of us and let's get together and do a 3-way call with that individual, and you can let us help answer the objections, help answer the questions. You don't have to know everything. In fact, I'd really rather that people that are just getting started, that are still working on their first 3, not even try to know everything. And there's some people in the community, in the team, that don't have their 3 yet, that are still really focusing on information that they don't need to know. And I'm not being a jerk there with that. I'm being real clear that the problem is when you start trying to become a perpetual student, that is exactly what you become. When you don't get out of learning mode and actually start sponsoring, moving, using the tools, rather than sitting back and continuing to ask question after question after question after question and not being self-supporting, then you're just running yourself into a trap. And, you know, the expression that at one point in time definitely bit my butt was the expression that perfection is just another term for procrastination. And it's really true. When you're trying to be perfect about knowing all the details, you're just procrastinating. And I personally am really prone to it because, you know me, I love the details, right? I love all of them. And I have to be really careful to stay in action. And I think that we've got some members that maybe you're struggling with that. Maybe you have some downline that's constantly churning for questions and not got the numbers that they'd like to have. Well, you know, throttle down what you're feeding them. Get them into action, get them into results-oriented stuff, and, you know, really get them focused. Now, speaking of getting focused, we've had some changes. Sorry, I'm looking off to my notes. I had to make some notes for this. We've had some changes in some of the organizational structure, and this is really cool. I am really excited about this because this is going to allow us to work more closely with some of our upline team, Scott Scales, CJ Peterson, Beth Allen, people like that have strong social media backgrounds just like we do, that have a strong experience and strong history in building teams based on social media techniques and social media tactics, and know how to get results without screwing up relationships, and know how to build really congruent while helping you at the same time not destroy friendships, things like that, right? And these are people whose ethics are really on board with the things that we within TSA encourage and we within TSA support. And so these shifts are really, really cool. They're really helpful for us, and they're going to allow us both as a personal TSA team and also as the upline team to get really focused to ensure that you have a lot of high quality training based around techniques that work, based around techniques that don't violate the law, and you know, based around techniques that are congruent with what we do in a larger marketing scale. And so that's really cool and really awesome. And at the same time, the refocus is also going to enable, you know, individuals like Scott and CJ to also have a little more focus on the team. And so you're probably going to see a little more of them. You're probably going to have a little more exposure to the upline and assistance from the upline. Again, really cool stuff we're really excited about. And so if you see that coming as we move away from a couple of the Skype groups we're using now and into new Skype groups, as we shift some of the Skype stuff around, as we shift some of the website stuff around, and don't let it fluster you. We know it's coming. We know it's going to be a little chaotic for a bit, but it's a totally cool deal. And, you know, just hang with us. If you got questions on something that's going on when we're changing sites or you don't know where to find something, or when we're changing Skype groups, jump into the TSA iWowWe Skype group. And that's where, you know, one of our members can always help you out, help you get answers to those questions about where we're at the moment, and about whether your new recruit, your new invite should be added to a certain Skype group. Okay, because we're going to stop adding members to certain Skype groups. So you just want to keep up with us in the Skype group, you know, keep up with them. You can always drop me an email. You shoot me a video email, in fact. Definitely shoot me a video email. I want to see how you're rocking and rolling. And so that's going to let us get more focused as a team. This is all really good changes, but they are changes, so I just wanted to make you aware of them. Now, another thing is to ensure that your team is signed up at tribetsa.com/sign-up. Now, I know this /sign-up confuses some people because they say we're already on the Tribe TSA team, but the sign-up there is so that I can send out these videos, and it's also to get them access to the Welcome Center that's behind it that has the Strive for 5 guide, has the SEO guide, has different tools and stuff, and we'll get more stuff over time. In fact, we've got several things that are due to come up back there that your new individual needs access to. And without them signing up there, I can't send these videos to them. I can't send, you know, upline information to them And that means that they're going to fall out of the loop. And if we can't get them a sense of community, if we can't get them involved in Skype when they're able to, if we can't get them seeing these videos when they're able to, if we can't get them, you know, hanging out and enjoying the family, then they're going to not have the cohesion and not have quite the interest in wanting to stay unless they're really, really sold on the business as a whole and are out sponsoring hard. So if you've got individuals on your team that you're not seeing active in the community, make it a focus to pay them some attention and ensure that you get them active in the community so that we can do part of the legwork of keeping them involved. Now, another question that came up yesterday was, if you look at your matrix, you probably have people in your matrix or will have people in your matrix in the future that you did not personally sponsor. Okay, now some people on our team have quite a few people under them that they didn't sponsor, you know, but just one or two of them. And that is actually your downline. They may not be your personals. You may not get matching bonuses off of them, but you are getting paid monthly on them. They are your team. And to some degree, while they are the obligation of the person that sponsored them, and they are the obligation of even your upline if they are below them, they are also your obligation. Why? Why is because they help you fill out your matrix. They are part of your matrix. And without these other individuals in your matrix running hard, you're looking at doing, you know, 3,000 by yourself. You're looking at doing 3,000. Even if you sponsor 10, those, you know, those 10 implying that they're going to get everyone below there is going to be really hard. And so it's far more feasible to take advantage of every individual that ends up under U.S. spillover and help ensure that they get the training, the support, the knowledge they need. And at the same time, this gives you a chance when you're getting started to also practice a little of your coaching skills, to also, you know, help them mentor, to answer questions for them, to hone down on the things that you're going to do with your personals as well. Now, I'm not saying take your focus off of getting your personals. There are some people out here that are spinning their wheels and saying they want to do this, they want to do this. You know, they say they're serious, and yet they haven't put a personal in the game. They haven't made all the right moves. Something's going on. Now, either they're not really doing the work behind the scenes, or there's an error in methodology. Quite common, there's a confusion in methodology. And it's really that confusion, it's really that you know, a little subtle change in technique that we want to get together with you on these consultation calls. We want to see if we can help you get better results. Most likely, you know, you're just, something little subtle is going on, and if we can help you shift that, you're going to get a lot better sponsoring rate and a lot better results and better retention too. So get together with us. Like I said, I'll include those links above. Be sure that you're watching Bill Starkey's video emails that come out once to twice a week, because they tell you what's going on with corporate. They tell you, you know, where we're at with the office. They tell you where the bigger team is at, and they let you know what stuff is going on from a system-wide level. All right, guys, TSA iWowWe Tribe rocks. You take care, Kimberly Castleberry, and I'll see you either in the Skype group or in the video email you're about to shoot me back or on the consulting call. I'll talk to you soon.